My name is Rick Edwards. I'm the Acting Chief of Police for the City of Richmond. Today we'll be updating you on yesterday's mass shooting. So I'll remind you, as I did yesterday, that we are still in the early hours of this investigation. It's fluid and subject to change. This is the information we have at this time. Last night I reported that 2 individuals were deceased at the hospital and that we had 4 other individuals in non-life-threatening and 1 was in life-threatening status. That life-threatening status has been downgraded to non-life-threatening. So the 5 remaining victims are now in non-life-threatening condition, thankfully. I'm going to be naming the suspect, or I'm sorry, the 2 deceased victims today. So we have Sean D. Jackson, age 18, and Renzo R. Smith, age 36. I was asked about it last night, but we now can confirm that these individuals are stepfather and stepson. I also remarked about a 9-year-old girl that was struck by a vehicle during the chaos. She is still in non-life-threatening condition with very minor injuries, but she is related to this family as well. The suspect in this case is going to be Amari Pollard, age 19. He is a resident of Henrico County. He was arraigned this morning in Richmond General District Court on 2 counts of second-degree murder. He is being held without bond. Further charges are still pending. Some of the other updates: last night we had our Richmond community mediators respond to the scene and later to the hospital to address some of the concerns of the family and try to address any ongoing retaliatory incidents. We're trying to work on that with that specific group. They're commonly referred to formally as the violence interrupters. I'd also like to add our tip line. We have a hotline specifically for this event. You can call 804-646-6741 if the community has information they'd like to share. That's the best number to call. Or as always, you can call Crime Stoppers at 804-780-1000. That way you can remain anonymous. With the assistance of the FBI, I've asked them to create a site where individuals can send us their videos. As I mentioned last night, we know there were many people outside during this event who had their own personal video cameras going from their phone. We'd ask folks from the community to send it to this site, upload videos and photos. I've been getting texts on my phone. I know members of City Council have been getting them randomly from folks. We would just ask that you can send it however you want, but this is a better venue for us to deal with the literal hundreds of hours that our detectives are pouring through at this time. Last night also there was questions about the individuals involved in this being involved in gangs. At this point, our investigators have not determined that. There's no information that we have that they are gang members. We believe that the 2 individuals, Sean Jackson and Amari Pollard, knew each other. This is a mass shooting, but we don't believe it was what is typically referred to as an active shooter. This was targeted at one individual, and so they knew each other and had an ongoing dispute. That's what we know at this time. But again, as I said, this is still a fluid situation. We're hours into the investigation, and we will learn more as we go.